millions of African slaves died in transit across the Atlantic. Those who survived faced lives of suffering and extreme brutality on the plantations. And yet after abolition, it took Moira's family just one generation to escape from slavery's oppressive legacy. What gave her great-great-grandfather an advantage over so many of Antigua's former slaves? Antigua's museum houses the family pedigrees, or trees, of the island's white plantation owners. One of the most prominent slave-owning families had the surname Christian.
Chester, and Christian. Okay, so this is the pedigree of the Christian family. This shows when they arrived in Antigua in 1699.
But this is slave owners. How might my ancestors have got the surname Christian?
Well, there are two ways that could have happened. The first being most of these slaves could have taken the names of their owners or the names of the estate that they lived on. The second reason could be through an illegitimate relationship with the child of a planter and a slave. That was fairly common. The fact that your ancestor was well-educated, could read and write, I think he was related to these people directly by blood.
I see.
Plantation owners viewed their slaves as possessions. Brutal treatment, including rape, was commonplace. In the mid-1700s, Robert Christian was one of Antigua's wealthiest slave owners. He owned at least 6 sugar plantations across the island and kept several hundred slaves. The Christian family home is known to have stood to the south of the island, above an inlet still known as Christian Bay.
Take a look at this view. This, you can see the whole entire landscape laid out here as Robert Christian would have seen his estates. All these hills around here would have been covered in sugarcane. Right. And this being the most prominent hill in the area is the most likely place where Robert Christian would have lived.
Okay.
Welcome home.
And I don't know about that. Where would my ancestors, the slaves, be living?
Well, I see you as having two lineages. Your ancestors were a combination of the planters, the white planters, and the enslaved people. So the enslaved people lived further down the hill in what's now Christian village. The planter's illegitimate child would have lived a little closer, somewhere closer to the great house. He was most likely had an important job, and as be the person of mixed race, he would not have fitted into either society very well. So he would have been in the margin of both, somewhere in this area, but closer to the great house.
I see. So the Christians must be spinning in their graves about now, like claiming them as my ancestors.
Exactly. The white planters wouldn't be too thrilled to know that today most black people can trace their ancestry through them. Ultimate irony.
Oh, the irony, yes, indeed. I desperately wanted to find out about my past, but it was nothing like what I had expected. I thought there might be some very noisy skeletons in the cupboard, but I didn't expect to have to, if not embrace, at least acknowledge the slave owners, as well as those who I thought were my true ancestors. There is a rage within me and a guilt that my family were closer to the big house. It seems the ultimate indignity that one should find hierarchies in something as disgusting as slavery.